Nick. Welcome to Sports Center 419, and we're going to be going over the divisions of hockey. Here's John. He'll be doing two teams in the West, and I'll be doing one.
Here. Okay, I'm gonna go over the Western Conference. And alright, go ahead.
Okay. The Northwest Conference. Who do you have for first, John? Canucks, Flames, Wild, Avalanche, or Oilers?
I have the Vancouver Canucks. They almost won a Stanley Cup last year, Game 7. As you can see, I'm a Canucks fan. I was really pissed off, but I think next year they could be a contending team again to get there. But we'll see what happens by the number one.
Who do you have for second? Flames, Wild, Avalanche, or Oilers?
I have the Wild because I like what they acquired this year with Danny Heatley. Their goaltending is getting better, and I just think their team's going up.
How do you have the third? Do you have the Flames, Avalanche, or Oilers?
I'll pick the Avalanche this year. Think they got a great young team. They got a good goalie in Varlamov, acquiring him, and yeah, I have them third.
Do you have the Flames or Oilers for four?
I'll just pick the Flames just because the Oilers still a young, growing team. I don't think this year they're gonna be contenders, but maybe in the next few years. But they have a ways to go.
Okay, John. What do you have for Pacific? Sharks, Ducks, Coyotes, Kings, or Stars?
I'll pick the Sharks again. Think they have a great team, even though they traded Heatley. Still got Thornton and good goaltending going. Besides the number one.
Who do you have second? The Ducks, Coyotes, Kings, or Stars?
What was it again?
Ducks, Coyotes, Kings, or Stars?
I'll pick the Ducks just because, well, they got Corey Perry, one of the greatest players going. Great goaltending in Hiller. But, yeah, then number
So
two.
you don't think the Kings will be in second?
No, not this year.
Richards, Doughty, Kopitar.
I have them third, but I think it's going to be a tight division. I think it's only going to be like 2 games behind the top 3. But I have them going third.
Who do you have for fourth? The Stars or the Ducks?
I had Ducks.
You had Ducks, so you had Coyotes and Stars. Okay.
I have Coyotes. They lost their goaltender for Briskalov to the Flyers, but they still got a great young team, and Shane Doan leading that team off. But I have them going fourth.
And Stars last.
Yeah, the Stars last. They obviously they lost their best player, Brad Richards, and New York Rangers picked him up. And I think that's and they lost Jamie Langenbrunner also to St. Louis Blues, so I think they're going downhill from here.
Okay. And now I'll be doing the Central Division.
Okay, for the Western Central Division, who do you have? The Wings, Predators, Blackhawks, Blues, or Jackets?
First place, I'm going to go with the Red Wings. The Red Wings have Pavel Datsyuk. They have Zetterberg. They have all the pieces they need. Lidstrom is back with the team. Did not retire. I think their goaltending, Howard, is going to be very good. Osgood retired, so it's a little sad, but I think that they'll be in first place and could make a Stanley Cup run in the West. With the Vancouver Canucks along with them.
Alright, who do you have second? Predators, Hawks, Blues, or Blue Jackets?
I'm going to go with Blue Jackets a second. They're getting Carter and getting Wisniewski. That team is building up to be a strong team. Mason could be a goalie that could be a difference in that Western Conference this year. And I think that Rick Nash will have a great leadership role on Wisniewski as well as Umberger and everyone on that team. That captain is one of the best. If they don't trade him, I see them in second and making a good playoff run as well.
Okay, third, Hawks, Blues, or Jackets? Predators.
I'm gonna have to go with the Predators. Shea Weber avoided arbitration. Well, he got more money and he's with the Predators this year again. That's a big plus. You got a guy like Tutu and everyone on that team that could actually provide for them, and their goalie is just very aggressive. And I think that this team could be a very good threat, but still third place.
Seeing the playoffs how good he is. Alright, Hawks or Blues? Fourth.
I'm going to go with the Hawks. Yes, they re-signed Sharp. They do have all, but they gave away like Bauer and everyone. That's gonna be a minus. And plus, I don't know if Turco or their goalie Crawford. I don't know if they're gonna make a good difference to that team. Kane and Taves always make that good difference. They're always good leaders, and I don't know what's gonna happen with the Hawks, but I think they're gonna end up fourth.
So you think they're going downhill?
Yeah, I think they're going downhill after giving away Bauer, and plus now you're in a tough division because the Blue Jackets are now as contenders.
Alright, and yeah, the Blues last for what reason?
Well, their team's just going downhill from here, and TJ Oshie doesn't want to really stay there as much anymore. Their team's falling down right now, and they don't really have good goaltending. They don't have good core to that team, and that's why I think they're going downhill after Paul Kariya actually retired. I think that team is starting to go downhill again.
Even after getting Jason Arnott and Jamie Langenbrunner?
Yes, I still think that team is not going to contenders. You got Arnott did all right with the Capitals when he went, but I don't think he's gonna end up that good. And Langenbrunner did not do really too good to me on the Stars, so I vote them for last.
Alright. Let's go to Eastern side with the Northeast Division. Boston Bruins, Canadians, Maple Leafs, Sabres, and Senators. Who do you have on?
Oh, you gotta go with the Stanley Cup champions, the Boston Bruins. Tim Thomas still, I think he'll be one of the best goalies this year, top 3 again. And he's Daniel Chara. He might be a veteran player, but he's still good. Still one of the best defensemen. Even though Mark Recchi retired, you don't have to agree. You don't have to do anything about that because your team is starting to get a little stronger. So even when Mark Savard's injured all the time, I think that team's still gonna be in first.
Okay, second, Leafs, Sabres, Sens, or Canadians?
I'm gonna go with the Sabres. The Sabres I think Ryan Miller is gonna have a better year. A little part of the injury issue from last year. I like their young defenseman Tyler Myers. I expect him to have a really good breakout season, a really good season. One of the best defensemen in the league this year coming up, and I think that Derek Roy, if he stays healthy, will help that team run for a good second place spot. I think they're gonna make it to the playoffs, along with Thomas Vanek, who's part of their best player, and we'll see where it goes from there.
What about and they acquired Christian Ehrhoff from the Vancouver?
That was really good because they need another defenseman. He could pair with Tyler Myers, a young guy, and he could be a mentor to him.
That's great. Okay. Who do you have number 3? Leafs, Sens, or Canadians?
Canadians, of course. So you got Carey Price is definitely top 5 goalie in the league. I'll probably put him at number 5, behind Henrik, Luongo, Thomas, and Fleury. That guy is just outstanding. He's always a good goalie. Scott Gomez, hopefully he'll shape around that team as well as Brian Giunta has been. That defensive core is also good with veterans. I think that team, even though they gave up James Wisniewski, will still be good.
Okay. Fourth, who do you got? Leafs or Sens?
I go with the Leafs. I think they're gonna have a really good future. With their goalie Gustafsson, they're really good. Goalie the monster, he's really good. I think he's a beast. I think he's gonna be good, and I think that Kessel is gonna lead that team far in this year, but not that far. I think they're gonna be above 500 with no doubt. Kessel will help that team improve, and as well as Diane Phaneuf, a good defenseman, can help those young guys out.
Okay. I see. You got Senators last. For what reason?
Their goalie, even though they got Anderson in their back and their goalie, I don't see them making it anywhere. That division, you may not think it is tough. The Leafs are getting better, as well as the Bruins are always good, and Habs. That division's a little hard if you didn't know. And I don't like their chances even with Alfredson, Spezza. I don't like their chances.
All right, thank you. We're gonna go to video 2 of this because it's about to end.